Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Druuill, and I'm back at you again with another video. I need everybody, every vessel, to hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Galactic family, the GCVs, and Drew Nation. Let's get right into it. They're going crazy over you and lost all control over themselves. They might even be possessed. Let's talk about it. The way people are acting nowadays, it's like they are under some type of demonic possession. They want to take control over you. They want to control you, period. How you move, how you operate, the things that you do, the type of person that you are. People want to even control the environment that you're in and how they treat you and how they move around you. People cannot take our energy worth nothing. They start to not be able to operate and function normally. When you get around people, it's like they can't even control themselves. It's like they might even be possessed. And you can tell because they're just not acting normal. And the thing is, nobody's even saying anything. Nobody is even noticing how these people are acting. It's coming off normal to them. You are one of the last ones. All right, you are able to see as a chosen one. You're able to see how other people are moving and how other people are acting and what is not right with the world. You are able to see what is wrong with other people as well as yourself. And that's why you stay to yourself, because you stay to yourself to improve yourself, to work on yourself. Other people, they don't know how to behave around us. We raise our vibration, we raise our frequency, and then when people get near us, it's like they lack this amount of control. They aren't able to handle being around us for too long. They start to behave in an odd way to where it's even like they're possessed by something, like something has taken over them and like something is controlling them. And you can tell because they may be normal when you are walking up to them, or they may be normal when you're entering their presence, but then a little bit of being around them for too long, they lose it. They don't know how to behave in a sense. And it's not to say that anybody needs to act in any particular way just because you're there, just because we're there. But if we weren't there, we know that they would not be acting like that. It's something that's going off in them, making them act that way. And it's the fact that they have no control over themselves and they might even be possessed. I mean, what causes a person to act like that? It's the fact that they're able to pick up on the God in you, and that God in you is causing their demons to come out of pocket. All right, that God in you is causing their demons to be stirred up. All the things that they try to hide, all the things that they don't work on, all the things that they try to act like it doesn't exist, all the things that they try to ignore, they come right out the door because of the types of things that they may be into, the types of things that they may be watching on the television. A lot of these people watch television, and it's a lot of spirits in a lot of entertainment. It's a lot of spirits in entertainment. All right, whatever you watch is watching you, in a sense. People have spirits on them, and you have to be careful of the things that you are entertained by. People watching the news, people watching certain things on social media, watching certain things on the internet. When you start to vibrate high around people and you start to switch your life up and change your life up, your energy begins to become too powerful. You start to become real strong in the spirit realm, and you start to see people and things for what they really are. People start freaking out. Somebody may just look at it as somebody wants to really get out of here, or this person's got a lot of energy, or maybe it's just something wrong with them. It's something wrong with them, all right? They're under that demonic possession. And whatever it is starting to come out of them in your presence. You are going to have to protect your energy around these folks. You have to get what you need to get and get gone. Do what you need to do and get gone. Get away from them. Because these types of people will plot on you, they'll prey on you, and they might even do witchcraft on you. Because whatever is in them or on them is desperate and it needs your attention. It needs to feed off of your energy. It needs a reaction from you. And when you are able to stay calm and you're able to control yourself, they can't control themselves, if you noticed. When you're able to stay in controlling yourself and not let them bother you, not let them get underneath your skin, they become riddled with negativity. All right, they become riddled with that negative energy, and it's got to find an outlet. They're trying to find a way to get it out. So what they'll do is they'll behave around you in a weird way just to get you to look at them, just to get you to see them. When all you're doing is using that God focus and pouring it on yourself. Because you have God focus. That's what your focus is. That's why these demons are disturbed and they can't control themselves in your presence, is because the presence of God is on you and because of that God focus. You have that God focus, which allows you to see into the spiritual realm to a certain extent, which allows you to see people from a spiritual point of view. You see that these people are corrupt spiritually and that their energy is off and that it's something about them which is consuming them. That negativity is consuming them. Those demons are consuming them and they're allowing themselves to be consumed, eating certain foods they don't have no business doing, eating. Somebody put in the comment section that they eat a lot of shrimp. I just put a thumbs up. If you want to eat sea bugs, that's good for you. I'm not clowning. I'm not downing anybody for that. If that's what you want to consume, that's what you want to consume, but it's going to make you spiritually unclean. And the more spiritual unclean things that people put in their body, and when you get around them being a clean vessel to the best of your ability, all you have to do is make an effort. That your energy is going to be on a higher vibration and your frequency is going to be cutting through them like a knife. They're not going to know what to do. They don't know how to operate in your presence because you're not on the same frequency as them. And your frequency is cutting through them like a knife. It's cutting them. Just like words can cut people, your frequency is cutting people too. It's an energy. And it's tearing them limb from limb. It's destroying them. They are becoming destroyed in your presence. It's like somebody putting their hand on the stove. It's like, it's too hot. I got to get it off. They start to go haywire. It's like something has taken control of them and is trying to get your attention. These people may even be crying out for help low key. These people might be trying to get healed from you low key. But you got to pray for them because you don't want any of that stuff to rub off on you. You don't want any of that negative energy to enter your spirit. And you want to go back as you came out. Or however you were when you first saw these people, that's how you want to leave. So if I were you, I'd let God take care of that. Let God handle that. Don't say nothing to him. If you don't have to, continue to stay to yourself. Continue to work on yourself. All right, because they are losing it. They're going crazy over you, and they lost all control over themselves. All right, even down to the people that you get into relationships with. These people actually think they own you and that you're their possession. They're under some type of possession to where they think you are their possession. They think that they can possess you. And that's how you know people are losing their mind. They're losing their control. They don't want you to have no time to yourself. They don't want you to be able to be to yourself. If you're talking to them, it's a wrap. If you're talking to them, they want most of your time. It's like they are energy vampires. They have something on them, some type of spirit on them that is using them as a vessel to drain you of your energy. That spirit on them is using them as a host. It's like a parasite, and they come into people's lives, specifically chosen ones, to try to feed off of our energy, because we have the God focus. We have a connection, direct connection to the Most High. We have a connection to the energy of God. It's in us. That's that God in us. And they want to feed on that, and they want to deplete you of that. That's when you talk to people, you end up tired. Or you're on the phone with these people for 4 or 5 hours at a time. I wouldn't do it. Limit your time to people. Nobody should try to get that much time to you when you don't even know them. I understand you have to get to know somebody, but who needs to get to know somebody like that? Who needs to get to know some? Like, where's the mystery at? Who needs to get to know somebody, everything about somebody, all things about somebody in a day? There's nothing that can come after that. When you tell somebody everything about you, when somebody learns everything about you within the first phone call, first 24 hours, what is left there except you being on the phone with this person and there being nothing to be said, just silence. And after that, even after that, you will still feel drained. So when you talk to people and you feel recharged, ding, 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 winner. That's a mutual feeling. That's an energy exchange. That's love for love and light for light. When you talk to somebody and it doesn't feel right, you feel anxious. All right. You feel like you need to get away from this person. You feel like you feel guilty. You feel like feelings of guilty, feelings of guilt, feelings of anxiety. You feel troubled. That person is possessed. That person has a demon on them, and that demon on them is trying to feed off of you. All right, they are trying, when they're trying to control you. All right, when they don't want you to talk to nobody else, and they don't want you to do the things you used to do before you started talking to them. They want to monitor. That person is monitoring you. It's like they want to monitor your every move 24/7. You waking up, they calling you. You waking up, they're blowing up your phone with phone calls. It's like you wake up and it's like 12 missed calls. You're like, what the heck is this? You missed their call. They're freaking out. That's somebody that is trying to control you. That's somebody who has lost all control over themselves. That person has something on them, and you need to stay away from that person. Nobody should be calling somebody 15 times a day, 12 times a day. That's crazy. That is literally crazy. You should not be doing that. That's insane. Nobody should be calling you no 15 to 20 times a day. You don't pick up the phone, they call you 40 times. You got 40 missed calls. That person needs to cleanse. That person needs some spiritual self love and some spiritual self healing. People don't act like that. People don't do things like that. And you definitely damn sure don't let people control you who are like that, because that person is being used, and that person is going to drain you of all your energy, and you cannot get that time back, and you may not be able to get that energy back, not for a long time, because of what it does to you spiritually, mentally, and psychologically. Of course you'll be able to rebuild your energy, but you still won't feel like the same you. All right. Doesn't have to be any physical or intimacy involved either. This could just be you talking to someone. Doesn't matter if it's male or female. There's female and male energy drainers out there. Doesn't have to be anything intimate. This could just be a pure friendship. That's why when you're around certain people at your job, it's draining like that, because these people got demonic spirits on them. Need to know everything about you, everything about what you do, when you do it, where you're from, where you grew up at, what was your last job, all these things. You don't need to know that. I'm here, I showed up, I'm here to work. All right, the devil is the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of gossip, the spirit of slander. These are patterns of the devil. When people are acting like that, trying to get into your business all like that, asking you nonstop questions like that, that person is of the dark side. They got a demonic spirit, they got demonic energy. That person's trying to control you, and they are possessed. It's something in them that's making them do that, because if they didn't have it on them, they'd be acting like a normal person. You have to protect your energy and be aware of these kinds of things, because you don't want to get consumed All right, you don't want to be consumed by anybody that is possessed and that doesn't have no control over themselves. So you control yourself. You set boundaries. If things feel uncomfortable, you set boundaries with these people. Strong, firm boundaries. Hey, I don't discuss all that. I don't get into all that. You're asking too many questions. Why do you want to know all those things? And they'll snap back out of it for a little bit, and then they'll try again, and then you'll have to put your foot down again. It's just and that even in itself is draining, because you have to constantly keep going back and forth with these people, all because they're trying to do something that they shouldn't be doing. They're trying to feed off of you. All right, even the back and forth is still feeding off of you. You don't even have to be answering their questions, but the fact that this person is overstepping boundaries, this person is being disrespectful. They know they're being disrespectful. They know what they're doing, because they wouldn't let if you were to try to ask them questions, they wouldn't even try. They wouldn't even answer half the questions that they're asking you. And another sign is that people who are friends with everybody. You have to be careful of people who just talk to everybody. Talk, 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 talk. All right. People who talk to everybody, you got to be careful of those people. You're not supposed to have that many friends. It's impossible to want to have that many friends or to have that many friends. How are you going to keep it real with that many people? Unless you got some type of brotherhood or sisterhood or some type of connection through your higher power. All right. Where everybody's getting together. People who talk to a lot of people like that, they use people. They try to see who they can get what from. They can't get something from this person, they'll go to that person. They can't get energy from this one, they'll go to that one. All right, these people will drain you of your energy, and they'll drain anyone or anything of their energy. A child, a dog, a pet, anything, whatever they could get their attention from, that's what they're going to do. So you have to keep your distance and keep these people away from you. It'll leave you feeling depleted, and it'll leave you feeling incompleted. All right, and you don't want to feel depleted or incompleted. You feel whole, and then when you get around them, you feel like half of you is missing or something. These are the people that you have to watch out for. These people have something on them, and you don't want that something to attach to you like a leech to feed off of you. All right. I'd like to thank you for watching this video. Watch out for crazy people who are crazy over you and lost all control. All right, they are crazy over you. Your energy is what's the word I'm looking for? It's they are addicted to your energy. Your energy is addictive. So when they get around someone like you and your energy level is so high, someone that is possessed by something that feeds off of energy, they're going to find a way to deplete you of your resources. They're going to find a way to try to drain you, because your energy is so high and they feed off of energy. They're going to talk you to death. They're going to possibly even complain you to death, question you to death. Anything that they could see that you don't like, or that starts to irritate you or get to you, or in any way they could overstep your boundary or find a way in, a breach in your security system to where they could get any type of control over you, they're going to do that. You have to keep your firewall up at all times. You got to keep your guard up at all times. All right, you got to keep your guard up at all times. It's cold. You got to be cold. You got to be cold-hearted when it comes to people like this. You cannot show love or any inch or any ounce of gratitude or love or care or nothing for them. They have plenty of people. All right, you don't exchange no phone numbers with these people. You don't give these people no contact information. All right, it will stress you out, and it could possibly even, if you get mixed up with them or end up talking to them, it could get you into some trouble in the outside world because of what they're connected to. They could be sent by the devil, and they could they could come into your life to cause confusion and chaos. They could come into your life to cause things for you that would have never happened if you would have never dealt with them or never talked to them. Now you're getting into fights with people and you don't even know why. You're more irritated and you don't even know why. It's because you got this energy leech on you, and you don't have your normal time schedule to yourself. You don't have a good amount of peace to yourself. Frustrated over things that you wouldn't even necessarily be upset or mad over, because you're trying to get this person out of your life. But you may not be aware of that. What I meant to say was, you have this person in your life that's draining you of your energy. All right. And now you need to be trying to get this person out of your life, but not only trying to get this person out of your life, you just need to kick them out your life, because people like this are no good for you. They have to learn on their own. They have to go through it on their own. They got to be alone, and they have to learn how to live with themselves and deal with themselves. These types of people cannot deal with themselves. When they like being alone makes them go crazy. They do not understand how to process alone time, and they will take from you yours and rob you of yours, your peace, your alone time, your sense of self, your freedom. All right. Now you don't have time for the things that you normally had time for. It feels like all the time of your day is running out. All right. You feel like you don't have enough time to do things anymore, all because you're talking to this vampire, this person who is possessed by the spirit of vampirism. This could be out in public. This could be someone you met. This could be a friend. All right, you have to not befriend people like this. Stay away from people like this in public. They're going to try to force themselves on you and create situations for you to have to deal with them and speak to them. You act like you don't see them. You go the other way. All right, they try to open the door, hold it for you. You open the other door. I don't even know you, and you're like, who forces somebody to have someone hold the door for them? I don't need you to hold the door for me. You mobbed me, and you met me at this particular time right here in time and space and forced this interaction. I don't want that. I don't know what portal I'm walking through. I don't know what spell you just cast on this little area, this little space, this little door right here. Because to be honest, completely honest, that's what it feels like. It's like they want you to walk through some type of negative energetic gateway that they just projected out their mind. And it's like, I'm not walking through that. You can call it crazy, call it what you want, but I'm protected, and I'm wise enough to see that there's something wrong with what you're doing. You people do not force themselves on other people. All right, if you were to do this to a female, she'd probably call the cops on you. What are you doing this to me for? And I'm a man. I'm just gonna open the other door and I'm gonna walk through the other door. I don't need you to do that. It's like, who why are you trying to force being nice on me? I don't need you to force your nice on me. Be nice to yourself. Be nice to people that you know. Why are you trying to force this interaction? It doesn't make sense unless you're trying to make something happen that I'm not aware of. It's like you're trying to cast some type of spell, or you're doing spell work. Why did you walk the same speed as me? Why did you have to meet me directly at the same time in the same place in the same area in time and space? What is this about? What are you trying to do? What's up with this? This is not the way you interact with someone. This is not the way you meet someone. This is not the way you greet someone. This is not the way you talk to a person. What they're doing is they're trying to overstep your boundaries. They're trying to force stress on you because you normally wouldn't even have anything to do with them. They're vampires. They feed off of interactions. They're expecting you to not want to deal with them or freak out or just do what they want so they can cast their little spell on you, do their little black magic or whatever it is that they're doing, because nobody needs that. All right. I have two arms. You have two arms. You can open the door, grab it for yourself. You could do things for yourself. They'll do things to make you have to interact with them, all because they're thirsty and they're trying to get that energy. They're trying to get that attention. All right, and they get that energy in the form of attention. They feed off that. Whatever is feeding off them, the spirit of vampirism. All right, they're demonically possessed by that spirit of vampirism. Is feeding off them, is eating off them. They've depleted their energy resource, so now they're looking for somebody else to deplete, and it's not going to be you. So you stay clear from them. All right. I don't care if you gotta wait for them to move out the way. If you're going somewhere, you see somebody like coming full speed ahead, trying to force an interaction and meet you at the same spot in a weirdo type of way. These people cannot control themselves. You just let them go. I don't care if you gotta wait. You let them go. You do not interact with these folks. You let them do what they need to do, and they keep it moving, and you keep it moving. No one should be forcing interactions on you, and don't let people force interactions on you. Don't. All right. If you do, you're going to end up leaving. You're going to end up being irritated later, because it's like they put a spell of irritation on you or something, because it's something that you don't